Welcome to TBI Time. I am your host, Scott Stewart. In today's episode, I will be interviewing Adam Weaver. Adam will be talking about his day-to-day challenges in living with a traumatic brain injury. In part 2, Family Time, my wife will be discussing what her unique perspective is and what it's like living with a traumatic brain injury. In part 3, Tips and Tricks, I will be discussing little things here and there that will help people with traumatic brain injury live their daily lives a little easier. Welcome to Your Story. I'm sitting here with a good friend of mine, Adam Weaver. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing well, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful.
Oh, let me ask you, how did you receive your brain injury?
I was in a bad car accident many years ago, right down the road from my house, maybe just a couple hundred feet from my home, my parents' house, and I was 19 years old, and it has totally redefined my life.
Were you in a coma?
I was in a coma for up at Strong Memorial Hospital up in Rochester, New York, for about, I think, 13 days.
13 days?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Almost 2 weeks.
When did this happen?
Friday, February 1st, 2008.
Wow.
Long time ago.
A very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
What difficulties have you experienced since your TBI?
I have some problems with focus, but they're getting better. I'm trying to teach myself how to compensate for such problems, or for said problems, and I also I'm a lot more sensitive now. I'm kind of really tender-hearted since my head injury, I've noticed, but which is a good thing, My heart, I have a huge heart for people now, like I never had before, I guess. But excuse me, I get sad quite a bit, or even go through depression at times. I'm prone to that, I guess, now, so.
Okay.
More than anything, so.
Are you on any medication to help you with any problems that you have?
I'm on 3 medications. I take them at least 2 to 3 times a day.
Okay. What are your goals?
Well, I'm currently 30 years old, and I'm still living with my parents for now. Even though I have staff that are helping me, lots of different staff are helping me with my goals, achieving my goals, and the main goal being, to answer your question, Scott, is moving out on my own, getting married someday, and having hopefully children, and just living a successful, fruitful, happy life, basically.
Okay. Do you have any friends that are helping you in succeeding as well?
Oh yeah, I have quite a few friends, good friends. I just want the guys really provided that for me. I also just want to give a shout out to my best friend, Jonathan Moore. Jonathan and I have been best friends since we were both in diapers, basically at the beginning of our lives, and one thing I want to say about Jonathan is, after my accident, he never changed. He's my best friend, Scott. We've been best friends our whole lives.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
How are you living with a TBI?
Oh, just like anybody, I have my ups and downs, But, I should say, excuse me, just like anyone, I have my good days, my bad days, But, overall, I've had my head injury, some of my so to speak problems for so long. I've really learned to just live with them. They become kind of like second nature anymore. My problems are second nature, but the second nature part is the fact that I know how to overcome them. I know different ways, strategies I've developed over the years that I can just. But yeah, no, I guess it's going pretty well. I live out my life pretty well, and I'm a happy person overall. So.
What type of strategies have you used?
I just do a lot of different things. It kind of depends on the moment, but I found that just singing to myself makes me happy, reminiscing on the good times, the funny times from my life. even though I have some short-term memory issues, which I'll say I've gotten a lot better. My long-term memory is awesome. God's really blessed me with my long-term memory because I can remember many, like countless memories from the past that I can just look back on and just laugh and put me in a good mood like that.
People with traumatic brain injuries have certain problems with lights and with certain sounds.
Right.
Do you experience any of these problems with lights or sounds?
I don't.
You don't? Well,
No, I don't. Never have.
Do you have any problems with like remembering things?
Yeah, I have some problems with short-term memory still. Like I said, my long-term memory, like I just said, Scott, my long-term memory is very good, you know. But it's a short-term memory, sometimes it's difficult for me at times. But I know as soon as I can like transfer that into long-term memory, I'll never forget it, you know. Good or bad.
What do you do to stay positive for the future?
Oh, I know that God loves me. I'm a Christian, and it's very important to me. My faith in God, or my beliefs, for sure. And many ways, I know God loves me so much, and He's got my best interest in mind. You know, and I don't know, just I'm 30 years old, so Lord willing, I still have a lot of life ahead of me to accomplish my goals, you know. But like, I just really just keep pressing on and just really just try to stay positive.
Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything else you'd like to say?
Well, as you can see, a sign right between us here, Bridges for Brain Injury. It says I attend Bridges for Brain Injury. It says I attend a day program in Elmira, New York. I've been part of this day program probably about 3 years now. And the staff and everyone here at Bridges for Brain Injury and the clients, participants, become much like family. And they've really helped me. And you can learn more by following them, by looking them up, liking them on Facebook to learn more and to follow us. And also, I would just want to say to you, folks out there that might have traumatic brain injuries or other kind of disabilities, don't ever give up hope. Never give up hope, because I've never really given up hope. Well, one, I had a really good family, even a strong family unit I've had my whole life to this day, which I'm very thankful for. But don't ever give up pursuing your dreams or pursuing recovery or whatever you're looking to get after, get it. You know, don't ever give up.
Well, Adam, I want to thank you for this interview.
You're welcome.
And I'm sure we'll be talking again.
Yep. Thank you, Scott.
And thank you for watching.
My name is Derek. I work for AIM Independent Living Center, and I'm talking to Scott's wife, Sandra, about what it's like to live with and support someone who has a traumatic brain injury. Welcome, Sandra. Can you start by telling me how long you and your husband have been together?
We met in November of 1999 online, actually. We met about a month later face-to-face and got married 6 months later. As of May 30th, we will have been married for 19 years.
Okay. Now, when you met your husband, did he have a brain injury already, or did that happen after you met him?
He did tell me that he had a brain injury right from the beginning. It actually happened a year before we met in January of 1998, and he told me right off the bat, so yes.
Okay. Now, would you say your spouse has minor problems, or is he having difficulties on a daily basis?
Definitely on a daily basis. It really depends on what he's going through or what he's dealing with, so we have to cope with little things here and there on a daily basis.
Okay. Now, how do you and your children cope when a problem arises?
Sometimes it's as simple as, just laughing it off and making jokes about the situation. Sometimes it's, I will tell him, why don't you go take a break, go do some kind of activity and get away from the problem for a little bit. Or sometimes we just get in the car and go for a long drive and just relax.
Okay. And finally, what does your family do together to stay positive?
The first thing I have to say is that we are a family, we're Jehovah's Witnesses, and we do look to the Bible, and the scriptures really do help us cope with a lot of life's problems, and this is one of the things that helps us cope with. But other than that, I've said before, we're sarcastic. We call each other the certified sarcastic engineers. So we kind of laugh things off and make jokes about as much as we possibly can.
Okay. Thanks for sharing, Sandra.
Thank you.
Welcome to the segment Tips and Tricks. Many years ago, when I first received my traumatic brain injury, I had to survive on a daily planner. And I had to use this every single day. I had to write down appointments, even remind myself when to take my medications. With today's technology, you can do it all on your cell phone under the calendar app. With some people, they have to remind themselves to even take their medication. With the cell phone, you can set a alarm on your phone to remind you to take your medication. If your alarm goes off and you can't remember what it was for, you can go right to your calendar, tap on the day, and it'll tell you medication, whatever time you have to take it. It makes things a lot easier. Plus, when you put in your doctor's appointments, your therapy appointments, or any type of appointment that you need in just your daily life, it really helps to be focused on just looking at your phone and not having that paperwork or reminders and other types of things that are all around you. All you need to do is look at your phone.